Hi. As promised, I'm speaking about the next vitamin. But I want to start off with a question, especially for those who are possibly going through perimenopause, women. So tell me, have you felt like your legs are having like creepy crawlies in them at night when you're sleeping in bed? Feels like something's there, you want to just shake it off? Tingling sensation in your legs? Or have you found that maybe as you've aged into the 40s, going into the 50s, you aren't sleeping soundly anymore, like the whole night? You either cannot fall asleep, or if you fall asleep, you can't stay asleep, or there's just no sleep. Okay? And has anybody told you you're moody? Well, if they said so and you said cannot be true, is it nah, you guys are just making up stories? Denial can be a very good friend, and the cure can be a very good replacement. A supplementation can be magnesium glycinate. So, as we age, yes, our muscle neuromuscular interaction gets affected by all those hormones that are all over the place, our brains that are not being taken care of because we are literally burning our insides with an unhealthy diet filled with carbs. So you need to be able to balance out this carbs. As I've said before, eat the fiber, eat your veg with your fiber in your veg and your salad, eat your protein, omega-3 fats, and you will not have space for any carbs or a little carbs, but eat it in that order. And then magnesium glycinate is the answer to what I have found in my journey to some of my mood swings, my sleeping pattern, as well as the tingling in my legs. So as I've gone on this journey, I've introduced as well some gymming. So I'm doing some muscle strength training. And obviously, with the tingling, the muscles, there's a lot of muscular things going on. So magnesium had to be a part of my journey. So I take magnesium glycinate. Magnesium L-threonate is probably another good version of magnesium. And why am I mentioning these names in such specific detail? It's because other forms of magnesium doesn't really get absorbed into your body and through your blood-brain barrier and get utilized by your muscle. Like one person said, I think it was a neurologist, sleep physician on one of the podcasts of that I listened to. He said, when you're taking some of the other forms of magnesium, you're just making expensive urine. So let's use the right magnesium. And what will the right magnesium do? It will improve muscle relaxation, it improves your sleep, as well as contribute to better mood. And who doesn't want a better mood? So it's considered as an essential mineral. And if you are seeing that you also have cramps, so it could be magnesium, it could also be, a lack of salts. So I do salt supplementation as well. And I usually drink the shot of salt in the tea glass with water, there's no tea, with magnesium at night before I go to bed. So sometimes when you're taking magnesium, it could have a laxative effect, which is not a bad thing if you're constipated. And if you're eating high fiber, you might just see that it offsets one another. So I found with my high fiber diet, because I eat lots of fiber, I take matcha as well, which is considered a fiber, and inutal, it's also a fiber. I find that it's offset by the magnesium, and I have daily healthy bowel actions, which is a requirement for a healthy body so that you can get rid of all the toxins from your system. So something very important to take note of is that when you do take magnesium, to take it separate from any cardiovascular medication that you're using, or steroids, or even anti-inflammatory drugs. So just space your meds. I just do that generally for all my medications. I just space them my supplementation. And I think probably what you might be questioning is like at the first chat, I told you about vitamin C. Another conversation I had, I spoke to you about powders. Now I'm talking about magnesium. So, yes, I do all these separate replacements and supplements because it actually comes in the right quantities that I need for my body to be healthy. When you're taking something in a multivitamin form, it doesn't come in the right values that you require for your body. And you sometimes wonder why you got sick and you're still taking a multivitamin. So please go and do some research on all of these things that I'm sharing with you. So how do you know you need it? You're not sleeping well. You're having muscle cramps. You're having this little feelings and sensations in your legs. You might even have some brain fog or fatigue. And if you're taking magnesium glycinate as part of a whole healthy lifestyle, I haven't even touched on other things that I do to improve sleep. Besides the circadian rhythm and taking some other medications for myself, these all contribute to better sleep. So a tip, make sure also that when you're taking magnesium glycinate that your vitamin D levels are good. And if you don't know your vitamin D levels, please go and do them because without vitamin D, magnesium cannot do its work. So this is me sharing with you how to be and how to take care of yourself a little bit more and hoping that I have stimulated your brain. And if I haven't, take your magnesium glycinate to do it so that you can go and read up a bit more about how to improve your well-being.